What is good, everybody? It is your boy Super Saiyan Cab back with another DLC 7 discussion video for you guys today. We are going to be talking about the little things in Xenoverse 2 that could be little things that could be added to Xenoverse 2 DLC Pack 7 that would make it absolutely amazing. That would take this DLC to the next level. And these are things that, honestly, when you think about the DLCs that have come out in the past, you don't pay attention as much to the characters, except for the characters you may pay them mind for like 2 weeks, unless they're absolutely amazing and just lit characters. For the most part, half of the DLC characters at least have been forgotten about and are barely used anymore. But things like costumes, accessories, and all these other things that are the little things are still used today from DLC 1, DLC 2, and things like that. So that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. But before we get that started, just want to announce Sub Saturday one more time for those who did not see yesterday's video. If you did not see it, by the way, be sure to check out that rank vid. But this week's upcoming Sub Saturday, guys, is your sickest combos ever put together on Xenoverse 2. Your sickest strand of combos, whether it's 2 supers into an ultimate into a couple supers, 3 supers back to back to back, things like that, things of that nature. Be sure to send those clips to the email down below in the description, and they have to be online clips, not offline training mode clips, but online clips. Send it to the email down below in the description. Now, let's get into this discussion regarding DLC 7, and be sure to leave a like if you do enjoy the video. But first thing I want to talk about, first and foremost, is some costumes, and I'm sure you guys can guess the first costume that is going to be on my list, and that is Hit's costume. Literally the most wanted piece of clothing in Xenoverse 2 at this point. I'm not including accessories in that, but just as far as clothes go, this is without a doubt the most wanted costume in Xenoverse 2. People have talked about it since before DLC 1. We had hopes that we may get it in DLC Pack 1 or 2, since those were more of the Universal Tournament of Power Packs. We had a lot of hope that we would be getting Hit's costume, and it never happened. Literally, Hit's costume gets mentioned every single DLC. Every single DLC, this is the only item that I've seen mentioned every single time as a hope and prayer to finally get in the game. And Bandai has still not listened. They have started listening, adding other things like the sand tails, the Majin marks, and things like that. So that gives me hope that maybe they've still been listening and they will finally add Hit's costume, which again is without doubt the most wanted piece of clothing in Xenoverse 2. And it really doesn't make sense. Hit is one of the only characters in Xenoverse 2 to where he is an actual in-game character, and we do not have his costume available for CACs. So definitely that is the first and foremost item that I feel should be in DLC Pack 7 and would take it to another level. Now, the next piece of clothing as far as costumes go that I would love to see come is Bardock's Time Breaker outfit, whatever you want to call that. That sand armor is absolutely lit in my opinion. The design of that would be just dope to have on my CAC. I really would love to see that come to some CACs, because again, that is another character that for some reason he's in the game, but we do not have his costume. Now let me know down below if there are any other characters like that, because I was trying to think of other characters in the game where we don't have their costume, but I really could not do it, because for the most part, if they're in the game, we have their costumes for our CACs, except for some reason with the Time Breaker Bardock and Hit. Like, I really do not understand why we do not have Hit costume in the game. But those are the 2 costumes that I personally would love to see come to Xenoverse 2. Be sure to let me know which ones you would like. Now, moving on to things like accessories. First and foremost, the thing I want to talk about, it kind of goes off of the Bardock Timebreaker thing, but Bardock's bandana. Bardock's bandana has been talked about since Xenoverse 1. Like, this is something that has been talked about since the time of Sand Tails being started to get talked about. And those were Xenoverse 1 days. People have always wanted a bandana in the game for multiple reasons. 1, the bandana would look absolutely lit. 2, some people are some major Bardock fanboys out there. And then 3, you also got some major Naruto fanboys that love Dragon Ball as well, that would love to put a headband on their character. So there's multiple reasons and multiple different wants for this Bardock bandana, and to me, It's definitely the most wanted accessory in the game as of right now that has not been put in. I used to feel that Sandtails were wanted a little bit more, but once they actually released, Bardock's bandana is without doubt the most wanted accessory in Xenoverse 2 as of right now. Now the next accessory is another one that has been talked about for a very long time and people have always wanted, and that is the Patora earrings. And I'm not just talking about Patora earrings on both. I feel you should have three choices. You should have a choice between Patora earrings, both of them. Patora earrings on the left ear, Patora earrings on the right ear. Now, okay, for some reason my mic just like unplugged, the red light went off, so we are back now. But like I was saying, with Patora earrings, I believe you should have it to where you can have it, you could have your choice. You could have it on the left ear, the right ear, or you could have it on both ears. There should be 3 different Patora earrings accessories added if they do actually decide to finally add this to the game. And again, it is something that people have talked about since Xenoverse 1 days. I probably put this in the top 5 most wanted accessories since Xenoverse 1. Definitely not number 1 or 2 or anything like that, but definitely has been talked about for a very, very long time, and Bandai has still not come through with the Patora earrings in the actual game. Now the next 2 things that I'm going to talk about are actual like changes to the game in the sense of customization and things like that. Just minor changes though that would make things absolutely amazing and make customization that much better. The first and foremost thing is moving tails. This is not really a change to customization, just a change to move the sand tails. There is an issue with that damn piece of wood that sticks out your ass when you decide to put on the sandtail accessory in Xenoverse 2, unless you are playing Xenoverse 2 modded, where you can get a legit sandtail. How the hell can modders who are not getting paid by Bandai or anybody like that put in this amazing work and give us sandtails that move, but the people who we actually pay for the game and pay for DLC packs cannot do it? Like, really? Do y'all need me to give you the names and emails or something of some of these modders? You need to hit them up. Like, something is wrong there. How do the modders put out better work for the most part on DLC content than the actual creators at Dimps, Bandai, and all that? It really doesn't make sense. So moving sandtails are an absolute must in my opinion, just for the simple fact, one, that there's no reason I should have a piece of wood sticking out my ass, and 2, again, the modders have already done this. They have done this literally like probably almost a year ago at this point. They were moving tails available for PC mods. So Bandai and Dimps definitely needs to get on it and finally fix that damn wooden stick and turn it into an actual tail that moves. Now the other thing that I want to talk about, which is the last thing on that I'm going to talk about in this video, is to be able, if they were to fix costumes or change some costumes to where you can actually change the color scheme. For example, Goku's gi, or just anybody's main costume, like Gohan's gi, multiple other characters. We should be able to change the color of those costumes to whatever we want. Now, before I understood why it wasn't in the game. I know there was no way we can do it. But now the fact that it's on Mentors, if it is on Mentors, there's no reason I shouldn't have it on my CAC. At least give me the ability to customize all the Mentor costumes for my CAC. For example, Android 18, Nappa, Vegeta, all these other characters that are Mentors, I should at least be able to customize their costumes for my CAC the way I can do it for my Mentor. Because it really doesn't make sense that I can customize something more on a Mentor / cast character than I can on, than I can on a CAC. That really doesn't match up in my mind. Like, how does that click? How does it make sense? Because to me, again, it does not. So I would definitely like to see them change the costumes to where you can actually customize the colors of them just like you can with the Mentors. And I'm telling you, if they did that, you would see a lot more originality, a lot more customization when it comes to CACs, as opposed to a lot of people wearing the same things. You know, well, people already look the same for the most part enough. So if they could change the actual costume part, that would be absolutely amazing in my opinion, and something that I've personally always wanted to have added to Xenoverse or Xenoverse 2. But those are all the things that I wanted to talk about in this video. Again, I just really talked about the costumes that I would really love to see come to this game with the DLC Pack 7, the accessories that I would love to see, along with some changes to accessories and to the costumes in Xenoverse 2 already that I would also love to see come to this game. Now, these are all, again, little things that people look over and don't really ever talk about when it comes to DLCs, but these things are what can make a DLC absolutely amazing. It's the little things that really can make or break a DLC when it comes to being top tier or just pretty shit. So again, let me know your thoughts on everything I had to say down below, and let me know what costumes, accessories, and minor changes you would like to see come to costumes and just customization and things like that that could potentially be added in DLC 7. But as always, thank you guys for watching. Really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time, I hope you have a good day. Peace, y'all.